Let's move on and talk some Michigan, Washington, because there was a loaded list of visitors that watched Michigan take down Washington 24-7. We saw Bryce Underwood. You know, it's kind of hard because every week we say he might have had his best game, but he went 21-27, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns in 0 INTs for the former number 1 quarterback in the 26 class, Damon Williams. He was having a great season, threw 3 picks and 0 touchdowns in this one. Let's talk a little recruit reaction to the Michigan win.
This is an exciting win for the Maize and Blue as they get back on track after a tough loss on the road at USC. Across the country, they forced turnovers. As you said, Bryce Underwood playing at a high level. Michigan had some top recruits on campus. Washington was a sexy pick in this game to win pregame by several pundits. They could only muster up 40 yards of rushing offense, just 249 total yards. Williams, 3 picks, man, playing at a high level. Bryce Underwood, very efficient. He's only going to get better. I talked to the nation's number 3 receiver, Monshun Sales. What a day Monshun Sales is having. We're having a great day, but Monshun Sales started his day by going to the Big House. The Big House, one of the most historic venues in all of sports. Watched the wing helmets, touched the banner, got time with Coach Sharon Moore, Coach Bellamy. They told him he's the guy that they want at the position in 2027. Him and Quentin Burrell both on campus. And he says they got the guy. They got the quarterback. Now they need wide receivers. He enjoyed watching Bryce Underwood play. Michigan has always been one of his front runners. He said this program is back on track to compete for championships with the staff they have in place, with the way that they've been recruiting. Michigan will remain prominent in Monshun Sales recruitment. And now he's already at Notre Dame, man. He made it down to South Bend, a night game. You go from all the pageantry of the Big House to all the pageantry of Notre Dame Stadium in the rivalry game against USC. What a special day for Monshun Sales. But Michigan is one of the programs to watch in this recruitment. I would have had them ahead of Notre Dame coming into the day. Alabama, Ohio State, 2 of the front runners, LSU, Miami, Texas A&M, Oregon's some of the others he likes, and then Indiana, of course, is in the mix for Monshun Sales as well. Yeah. They had some flip offensive line targets there today. Sean Stover committed to Duke. Talked to him a little bit before the visit. Michigan offered in September. He's looking forward to just getting around the staff more, learning more about the Wolverines program and seeing how he fits in with the guys and players on the team. It's no slam dunk to flip someone from Duke. I mean, in modern recruiting, Duke has been armed for some of their key guys on the trail. Michigan saw firsthand last year with the linebacker they were both in on. But getting him on campus so quickly after getting an offer, it's obvious at the very least Sean Stover is intrigued by the Maize and Blue. Miami, Ohio commit Tommy Froman was also there from Loyola Academy in Wilmette, Illinois. He's 6'8", has just tremendous traits. Michigan was always going to take one more offensive lineman this cycle. And we talked about it on past whip-arounds and inside scoops that they were going to look for a senior riser, a guy with high upside traits. Sean Stover, someone they offered as a senior. Tommy Froman is another guy that they have on their radar. I've talked to Tommy. He said it was absolutely amazing. Playing for Coach Moore and the Wolverines would be an absolute dream since he's been going to games there his whole life. So I asked him if Michigan's the one to beat for him.
Yeah.
It is indeed looks to be trending that way. So we'll see if the Wolverines are on the gas for Tommy Froman.
Is this a situation where he just needs the okay to commit, or is Michigan trying to get him to flip? I mean, it's just a no-brainer, Steve. If you're committed to Miami of Ohio, I know you got plans. I know these things happen, but when the Michigan Wolverines offer you as an offensive lineman, I mean, how do you turn that down?
And he's been going to games there his whole life. Look, if Michigan's on the gas there, they're going to flip him. Sean Stover's on campus. Another offensive line target for Michigan right now is Adrian Hamilton. He's committed to Virginia Tech from Washington, D.C., St. John's. Michigan's done a great job in the DMV, and he's another guy that they're on the gas for. So who fills the spot? I think all we know for sure is that Michigan will add another offensive lineman. It could be one of the 3 names that we just talked about. Maybe it's someone else that pops up.
Yeah. And again, a really good group of commits on campus, including tight end Moose Ludwig, Carter Meadows, Louis
I talked to
Esposito.
Carter Meadows too. Let's see what Carter Meadows had to say. It's the recruit reaction show,
This
right?
is the recruit reaction
Oh
show.
yeah, and Tommy Froman is a take for the Wolverines, so there will be a rivals prediction machine forecast going in my article right after we get done with this
Let's go.
article.
Recruit
So
reaction had it first, though.
it's a cool live segment here. Carter Meadows back on campus, one of the jewels of this class, five-star freak pass rusher. Michigan's really churned out some pass rushers as of late here. The environment was something special, double exclamation mark. Felt great to be back home and welcomed by Wolverine fans. The D-line was getting it after it today, so it was exciting to see that. Really looking forward to putting on the maize and blue. Carter Meadows locked in with the Michigan Wolverines, one of the biggest recruiting wins of the cycle for them. They beat Ohio State. They beat Penn State. They beat South Carolina to get Carter Meadows in the fold. Him and Savion Hyder, the two jewels of a terrific class that could ultimately still end up in the top 10.
Yeah, and top 150 edge Julian Walker was in Columbia, South Carolina again, watching another clunker from the Gamecocks. So safe to say he's probably locked in as well.
Well, I don't know. I mean, his dad's on the strength staff at South Carolina. He's been to 3 Gamecock games. South Carolina did have a good year last year. There's certainly reasons for him to like South Carolina. He's coming back to Michigan for the Ohio State game. He's bringing his mom. His mom hasn't been. He obviously fell in love with Michigan. He wants his mom to see it. Again, the way Michigan has produced edge rushers, the program, the standard they play at, he loves Michigan. He's left the door open for South Carolina. He visited North Carolina. We'll see what happens. I think Michigan knows that's going to be a battle, but one that they're all in on, one of their most coveted targets, one of their best commits. So we'll see what happens with Julian Walker. He'll be back for the Ohio State game as Michigan tries to make that one 4 in a row. And the way they played against Washington, Michigan's young. They need to bolster that wide receiver room, but they're physical. They're always going to be strong on defense. And what they're going to do in the portal and the way they're recruiting, and they have their quarterback in Bryce Underwood, I think it's only a matter of time before we see Michigan back in the college football playoff conversation, back in the conversation to win the Big Ten championship. Maybe not this year, but they still have a chance. 5-2 right now against a Washington team that, as we said at the top of the block, they were the sexy, hey, they're going to beat Michigan today pick.
Mm-hmm.
And the Wolverines showed that they could respond after losing a tough one on the road to USC. The culture at Michigan is super strong. What's just sometimes kind of dumb about our profession is if Michigan would have lost this game today, there would have been people writing, hey, is Sharon Moore the guy? That's just college football is in a weird place right now, but Michigan's in a great place with a big win over Washington today. And we'll see if they can keep it rolling as the season continues.